Greg, tell us what you're telling us about how you were very attracted to all the divers in Olympic diving that we were watching.
There's something bad about to happen to me. I don't know what, but I feel it coming.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
YOLO.
You got a haircut?
I did. I would show you a picture too, but I let my kids cut my hair because I cut their hair. And the 2-year-old, he lit up when the hair started falling off. He's like, "Oh, you're really doing it. You're really letting me."
Oh my God.
So he, I don't want to share my kids' pictures if that's all right. But
That's fine.
yeah, he was stunned that because he's always like, "Let me. I do it myself." And he's like, "Oh."
Did he cut Greg's hair too? Or
Yeah. I might have him cut this little piece off that's really bothering me. Hey, Levi.
Little
dangler?
No dangler.
What's on the agenda, bro?
Well, it's our Olympics Roundtable episode. So we're going to talk some U.S. men's basketball. They played 2 games. Go over some of our favorite Olympic moments. I have some Olympic questions for you all. We might do a little history. I don't know. We'll just see where it takes us.
Let's do it.
Brought to you by Topo Chico.
Greg's in the middle of my screen. Greg, why don't you start us off?
Okay. I'm going to pass off to Ben.
Greg, tell us what you're telling us about how you were very attracted to all the divers in Olympic diving that we were watching.
Oh, yeah, that's paraphrasing. That's putting it one way. Ben and I were watching some diving reruns earlier. We were commenting on how surprisingly jacked the divers are.
Dang.
It was surprising to me. Like, I wouldn't naively, I wouldn't have expected that. I guess I would have thought they would be, maybe a little skinnier.
I mean,
but they were like, dude, they were all really jacked.
I feel like you got to have a strong core. I mean, that's most sports, but I don't know. Maybe strong shoulders to flip them.
I mean, I guess the flips they're doing is probably not. It's like there's definitely similarities to gymnastics, or at least some kinds of gymnastics, and those guys are super buff too. So I guess that shouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of them got their start in gymnastics from all the commentary that we were listening to. The lady who does the Olympic diving announcing, she's great. She's like, "Oh, that's going to be an 8.5. You can tell the legs just weren't quite together on this part." I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally."
Is it not the Snoop Dogg night? What all is Snoop commentating on?
Snoop's doing a little bit of everything. He did, what was it called? Because it's not synchronized swimming anymore. It's artistic swimming. So he would start commenting on that for a little bit. Because Team Canada played a Snoop song. They played Gin and Juice, I think.
Oh, nice.
And so he was actually kind of emotional talking about it. But yeah, Snoop has been my favorite part of the Olympics.
Yeah, he's
Snoop
everywhere.
And Lou, Follow the Dog. They're really turning into
bank too. I got a tip that he was making something like $500K a day.
Let's go.
Dang.
So he's pulling in a cool couple mil to go to the Olympics.
Yeah. And hanging out and just talking crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Was he talking about the horses? Like the horse was doing like a crip walk or something like that?
Yes.
Y'all see that?
Crip walk horse? Like, yeah. It's like, he's in the crip walk.
Oh man. Yeah, I caught the tail end of the basketball game today. I didn't watch the Brazilian game. I was gone. But did you watch the game today? Did y'all see the end of it?
Mm-mm.
Steph.
It was freaking wild. I tuned in at we were still down. It was like right before halftime. And I think we'd been down by like 20, 25. And they were still down by like 12. And dude, they didn't cut it within, I think, under 10 until there was like 4 minutes left. Like, my stomach was dropped watching it. I was like, holy shit, man. This is going to be one of those games where, like, there's going to be a documentary about this and what went wrong. And the LeBron's thing started trending. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't. What happened with LeBron's thing?
Just LeBron's, like, that they would get third place and that would be his, like...
LeBron.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We'll play on words. But yeah, Steph was the only one. I think he had 34. He was balling, and then it was the big three.
Joel?
Oh, yeah, Embiid. He actually stepped up and had a good game.
Yeah, he played really well. He had some key threes on that. Yeah, I saw LeBron 16, Durant only 9, Curry 36, and Embiid 19.
Embiid did have 19. Booker was playing good defense, not as big of an offensive impact. And then no Jason Tatum minutes.
Once again, Steve Kerr trying to break up the dynasty with his.
I guess that's what he's doing. I don't know, man. It's weird. I feel like there's something behind the scenes there, but maybe not. Maybe it's just taking it at face value.
Drew Holiday 20 minutes, Derek White 6 minutes, Jason Tatum 0 minutes. I don't think Derek White's as good of a player as Tatum.
Nah. You would think he'd be able to transform his role, but I don't know what it is. Maybe they're seeing something in practice, or ain't no telling, man. But they squeaked one away. That they about lost that thing. I think they'll dominate France now.
Yeah, I say it's good in the semifinal because I tell you what, you don't want that in the final where you're coasting.
Yeah. The only difference is France has Wembanyama now. Wembanyama? How do you say it?
Wembanyama.
So it was a pretty close game in 21. So you never know, man. He could be the difference maker. And they're playing on their home court.
The home court thing's real. It's a real thing. But yeah, I think they'll dominate the final. I think this is going to be a 10, 15 point kind of win. Should be fun. What you cracking up about?
I'm just laughing at y'all.
Why they were in the same house and had to be in different rooms because of the echo.
Same house in different rooms.
And I had to go to the garage of my house, and Greg's sitting in the AC, making sure my kids don't get out of bed. So they'll just holler at me if they'll get out of bed.
You just sweating in there?
I'm just drenched, just soaking.
Wait, so what's been y'all's favorite part of the Olympics so far?
Well, we watched it tonight, Greg. I loved the synchronized diving on the 3 meter. The Mexican guy, I could say Mexican guy, right? Because he is from Mexico.
If he's from Mexico, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, and he's representing Mexico, so I feel like we're safe. That dude was jacked. That was the first thing I noticed about him. I'm like, man, that dude's jacked.
He was the diving team?
Yeah, and they had a weird run-up. So everyone else, they would do their run-ups the exact same way, jump, bounce, same time. He would let this other guy jump once, then he'd come up, and they'd bounce twice, bounce one more time, and then do their trick. So they were kind of offset on the approach. But yeah, they ended up losing by only 2 points. So it was very close. They almost beat China in synchronized diving, which I think China has won almost all of the diving medals. Did you know there was 9 diving medals? That's too many. It's too many medals for diving.
That was many. I did at one point. We don't have to do it right now, but I was thinking about this on my ride home. I'd like to look at. So we're in first in the medal count.
Yes, and we should
fly through them. We have
last I checked, we were first in medal
30
count
golds, right? And there's 100 plus in total. So we're in first in golds and in first in total. But
yep, we're one ahead of China in golds, and then we're 30 ahead in total medals.
Okay, it's 109 or 110, something like that.
103.
103. Can you name all 103
medals?
Yeah.
Track and field, swimming.
That's what I was curious about. What's the biggest percentages? I mean, I would assume track and field.
I think we have 28 medals in swimming or something like that.
Woo! Yeah, it's a lot of them. Let's see here if I can find it. Total medal count. Tracking Team USA so far. Oh, gosh. Pop-up ad. Full medal count. Sports. There we go. Yeah, we have 28 golds in swimming. 28 medals in swimming. 27 in track and field. 10 in gymnastics. 5 in cycling. 5 in shooting. 4 in fencing. 3 in skateboarding. 2 in wrestling. 2 in archery, 1 in tennis, 2 in tennis, 1 in golf, 1 in surfing, 1 in artistic swimming, 1 in diving, 1 in equestrian, 1 in triathlon, 1 in 3v3 basketball, that's our women, 1 in boxing, 1 in canoeing, our women in rugby, 1 in sailing, 1 in sport climbing, and 1 in weightlifting. I feel like we should do better in weightlifting.
Yeah, that'd That'd be Tonga's thing. Or Bulgaria.
Tonga mentioned.
Yeah.
Tonga's already made an appearance.
Yeah, the girls got third. I think they got bronze in the 3-on-3. And then the Scotty Scheffler's an insane human being.
That was a dominant.
Because wasn't he in like 5th going into the last day? Something like that?
Yeah, he was way down. He shot the best round by far.
Yeah, I think he had a 62, which is probably the best front 9 I've ever had.
Yeah, he was 9 under in round 4. Because Xander Schauffele was tied for the lead after day 3. He was in the lead in round 2, tied for the lead in round 2 and round 3. And so I thought he was going to win it, honestly, with the way he's been playing. And instead, Scotty just dominated the field. Got a -9.
I was rooting for Xander. I wanted to see him win it again. But that was a cool story. And the only thing that makes me somewhat want to throw up in my mouth is they're like so picturesque. The Scheffler family, they're almost too perfect.
Well, one's a felon, so I don't know about that.
True, yeah. That's true.
I mean, what a year. You win the Masters, you get arrested, you ball out in another one, you have a baby, you win Olympic gold. Very few people can say that. I mean, like O.J. Simpson might be close. I'm trying to think who else could say.
Anthony Edwards, but minus getting arrested.
Yeah, you got to get arrested, too.
You got to get
Latrell Sprewell, did he get arrested?
Probably. No.
Get sued for slander by Latrell Sprewell.
Greg, what's your favorite event so far?
I've really been enjoying the track and field events. There have been some really dramatic race finishes. It's been really fun to watch. Also, the Swedish guy who set the world record for the pole vault, that was fun to watch too. He was just so pumped.
And then he did like the shooting. He did like he mimicked the guy who had the pistol guy.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
With his celebration.
Yeah, that's become a meme. That's become a meme now.
It was pretty funny.
Awesome.
This guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he mimicked that guy with his celebration.
Yeah, I love that because like everyone else has all these glasses on and everything. Just like pop.
He just jumps off the couch.
Yeah,
throws on a shirt.
I just woke up
turkey on
15 minutes ago. Actually.
Oh, God, is that today? Was our event today?
I actually left my Olympic shooting gun at the house. I just pulled this one out of my waistband that I carry with me at all times.
All right, let's go in silver.
What'd y'all think about the Noah Lyles? He was the guy. I think he won the 100, and then he allegedly ran the 200 with COVID.
Yes.
I heard COVID.
He was
he was wearing a mask yesterday. I saw that and I was like, I don't remember that earlier. So I was like, I wonder if he's okay. Then he got second in his heat and everyone was surprised.
I'm surprised they let him race if he is confirmed case of COVID.
It's not the same anymore. We know that.
Yeah, maybe because
not treating it the same.
Further apart, or I don't know what the deal is. He may be my least favorite track personality we've ever had.
Really? What's that?
I don't know what it is. There's just something kind of annoying about him. Maybe he took a dig at the basketball, and then I don't know. I just liked what was his name? Gatlin.
Mm-hmm.
Remember him? He just
Gatlin.
had badass kind of alpha vibe to him, and then Bolt was kind of like the cool cat. Everybody wanted to root for him. I don't know this dude. I'm just like, I don't really want to root for this guy, but he's good. I mean, obviously he's a gold. He won gold, so
gold and bronze. Yeah, there's generationally things. It's like Jason Tatum or Devin Booker or Karl Anthony Towns. There's just something about there's a specific generation.
There's just something there.
Goofy, and I don't like it.
I think that's what it is. It's a little goofy. It's like you should be locked in all the time. Like what's his name? The McCain, the guy who played at Duke, the basketball guy. I think he's on the 76ers now. He's making TikToks in the locker room. But I guess that's where things are headed. So we're the old heads now.
Okay, boomer.
You guys should take this more seriously.
You freak athletes who train all day, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why did we suck at 3-on-3?
We didn't have the right players, man.
Why didn't LeBron do that one? I mean, Jason Tatum's not doing anything. He should have played for the 3-on-3
Yeah,
team.
he's at the bench. He could have played there.
I did see that
we had Jimmer
we had
Fredette, who's 40.
We had
Oh.
the son of the player who shot his free throws underhand.
Oh,
And he
Rick
was-
Barry's son.
Yeah,
Did he
Rick
play?
Barry's- He did. He played, and he was shooting his free throws underhand too.
That's the
3v3.
How did they pick the team? Is the issue?
I was wondering
And
the
then-
same
There was
thing.
a sign up form at the YMCA. 3-on-3 tournament, and then only 5 people signed up. And they're like, it's our Olympic squad.
See, that would have been fun to do. Like, they could have picked the best college athletes or something. I don't know.
It's a different sport. As our short said today, like it's a fun and different kind of game. I tell you what, because it's a lot faster, a lot more movement. I don't know. I like it. I think we're onto something here with this Olympic sport.
Greg, did you see our short that got like a ton of views?
The one of Ben doing the mouth trumpet with the Little
No,
Mermaid
No,
song.
there's another one.
got
Oh,
12,000
man.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm behind. No, send me the link on that one.
I questioned whether Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points, and I offended a lot of people.
Oh no.
Yeah, it had like 300. Well, it had 300 likes. I don't know how many dislikes it had. I don't think it had many.
Not many. I looked at the
But it was
percentage.
just funny, the conversation on there. I was trying to figure out who is a person and who is a robot. It looked like most of them were people, but I think there was a couple bots in there.
Like-
Those AI bots need to learn how to talk shit a little better. if they're
They
gonna
do.
survive. So
I know the one guy's like, "What's next? You're gonna question the records of Babe Ruth and Jim Brown?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Sounds
Yeah.
like fun. sounds like
all caps.
sounds like a good time. Yeah, sounds like a party, man."
Sounds fun.
All right. So, first question for you: which non-obvious or non-traditional Olympic event do you think you would be good at, and why?
Let me bring up a list.
I will
Probably.
start if
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all
you
right.
start, Ben.
If you
You
wanna-
start.
So, I don't know if y'all know this, but one summer, my brother and I we decided we were going to make the Olympic table tennis team.
Hmm.
And we were working at the pool. So we had to be up early for 8:00. I know it's not actually early, but when you're in high school, college, 8:00 is early. So we get up early, watch some Olympics, go to work. And we worked 8 to noon. And then from 6 to 10, because it was night lessons, we didn't do the lifeguarding in the afternoon. So I forget what year that was. That might have been 2008 Summer Olympics. Yeah, it was the Beijing Olympics. And so what we did, we'd watch Olympics in the afternoon, play some ping pong, and then go take a nap. And then we'd be wired all night. So then we'd get home, we would eat, we'd shower, and from about 11 p.m. to 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m., we just nonstop play table tennis, back and forth. And we were getting like so good and just like ridiculous returns and things like that, cut shots left and right. And I'm like, man, we're actually getting good. And then, summer ended. We had to get back to real life.
That's why you're so good at ping pong.
Yeah, I trained for hours one
Young
year.
reps.
I really wish I would have stuck. Like, I wish we would have tried to go further. I'm not saying we would have gone anywhere with it, but I kind of want to know how good. Like, you want to know how good you could have been.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't think I'd have made Olympic squad, but that is the closest I think I would be.
I got 2 of them I think I could be good at. Number 1
Let's
is
go.
archery.
Oh, okay.
I think if I really locked in on it, I could be I've always been a decent shooter. I think I could do archery. And then the other one was with my body type and build, wrestling. If with the right weight class, because I was good at wrestling in high school too. We didn't have a wrestling team, but we would do it in off season. And I could like wrestle with the linemen.
Oh,
I think it was just
Okay.
kind of, I don't know why, survival instinct. I have a good one. So
let's go.
you ruin your body, but I used to think about that in college. I was like, man, I wish I could have wrestled when I was younger. I think I could have been pretty good at it. Just release all that tension in your sport of choice.
Yeah.
Would you do it naked, the traditional style?
I think I would train that way.
That's the only way to do it.
I don't know if I'd perform like that, but for sure I'd train that way.
Per tradition.
No.
All right, so
what's
Greg,
your event?
What's up? Sorry, I was watching the clip. I was watching the YouTube short of Ben and his conspiracy theory.
There's a lot of angry people in the comments. I'm just
I
telling
know, I
you.
was reading the comments too. This is good. Sorry, did you ask me something though, Case?
Go ahead, Ben.
Yes. What Olympic sport do you think you would be good at?
Oh, mine would probably be the rock climbing one. So that's an Olympic sport now. They do
yeah.
sport climbing, which that's
Nice.
actually a sport that I have actually done in my adult life, besides basketball.
Is it like bouldering? Or is
I think
it
they do
actual-
bouldering and sport climbing.
Okay, you're doing both.
Yeah. Oh, which one would I do specifically? I don't know. I mean, I'm not good at either of them anymore, but I've done both in the past. So like if I had to do one, I probably would do that and train.
Yeah.
I already know how to train for it.
And you're long and you have that.
Yeah, I do have that. That's like one of the few sports that I have the right body type for.
I could see
running,
you
but I
swimming
hate
too.
running. So I would not run.
The other thing that got me, so there was the 1,500 meters. Have you seen that?
Mm,
1,500 meters, men.
run or
Yeah,
swim?
so the run, sorry. So in the 1,500, they've been playing up all week that
This was so epic. The rivalry between
Josh Kerr and
Kerr
Jakob Ingebrigtsen.
Ingelbreit. That sounds right. Yeah, the
Ingebrigtsen.
Norwegian.
Yeah,
I think.
they've been talking trash to each other for like years,
This
and
is
like
such a great-
it's all going
this
to
is
come
such a
down to
great-
this in the final. So the defending champion Ingebrigtsen, as soon as they say go, it's 1,500 meters, so it's like 4 laps. He just sets a
Yeah,
world
real
record
quick, Ben.
pace
Before we continue the story, why is it 1,500 meters and not 1,600?
because
I thought
they
that was
all go
weird.
to the inside. I think it's because of the inside lane. It's less meters over
1,600
full.
meters is exactly 4 track laps. So I just thought that was weird that they
On the
only do
inside
15.
lane though, or is it on the outside
Oh.
lane?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Is this the track event y'all are talking about?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
the track
Sorry, Ben, I
event.
interrupted Ben, but continue.
No, you're
So
good.
this 1,500 meter men's running
Oh,
race.
is this
Yeah,
where the dude got like walked down at the end?
Or a dude fell at the end, or a dude like faded at the end?
No, he like the USA guy like chopped and caught 3 or 4 guys at
Yes.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
This
you
was
walk
such an
somebody down, that means you're like catching them.
Dude, he like just turned on the jets.
way too
It's
white.
like he had
Yeah,
rocket boosters.
No, I saw that.
Rocket boosters, I get that one. Yeah, so they've been talking crap like for years, and they've been playing up this rivalry the whole Olympics to where I'm into it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know who I want to win. This guy's got a douchey haircut
Yeah.
and earrings, so it can't be him. But the other guy wears douchey sunglasses, so I don't really
Yeah.
want him to win either.
The battle of the douchebags.
I know. And then it's so, yeah, our guy, Cole Hawker, comes on the inside because Jakobsen set this like blistering pace and split the field. And he was just trying to burn everyone from the start. And it was going to be it was a world record pace for most of the race.
Mhm.
And Jakobsen starts to fade. And then Kerr takes over and you think that's it. And then Hawker gets a run but gets blocked. And you're like, oh, well. And then, yeah, what was the phrase you used, Casey?
He walked him down.
He walked him down at the end.
Yeah.
And then Jarob Nagus, our other guy, he gets third. And he almost got silver, almost past Kerr as well. The only thing about distance runners, and they are freak athletes and could beat me up and all that, but they do look like malnourished children
Yeah. Oh, for
at
sure.
times with
Yeah.
their skinny arms and their wide.
There's
That's
a lot
my
of-
only.
While we're on the subject, can I tell you guys my 2 most embarrassing track stories?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I was actually decent at track. I was decent. They would throw me in random events kind of when we needed somebody extra or whatever. But I always ran the 300-meter hurdles. That was my event. And one time I was pretty far out in first, and I forgot that there was one hurdle left.
Oh, no.
And so like I'm tracking back to see like where everybody's at. Can I slow it up? Right when I turn back my head, boom! I just demolished the hurdle and did like a triple somersault. I still got third. I got up and finished, but it was like it was just a pride thing, you know. And then the second one is we got to the end of one of the meets, and I can't remember if somebody got hurt or they were sick or something like that. And they're like, "Hey, we need somebody extra to run the mile." And I was like, you know, I'll hop in there and run the mile. I've done that a couple times. First 3 laps, I'm in first place, and I'm like, this is a breeze. I'm like, no one's like, I'm chopping these guys up. And then I hit the wall, and I go from first place to dead last on the 4th lap, finished last. So you got to conserve that energy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you a
story? Start strong, but finish strong.
Amen. Or just start strong and finish strong.
Yeah.
There was one time we were in Phoenix for a conference, and my company goes, "We need someone to run a 5K, so that's you." I'm like,
I think I remember this.
All right, fine. My wife still makes fun of me to this day for this. I have not trained for this 5K, but I'm a competitive psycho. So get up, warm up, get out there, start going. Yeah, I'm trying to make a pace. I typically run at that time like 8-minute miles, so not blistering, but not bad. I was in decent shape. I just hadn't. This guy's in front of me, so I'm trying to pass him. And he's got this real awkward like pace. I'm gonna pass this guy. Start speeding up. He looks back. He starts speeding up. I look back. There's a guy trying to catch me. He starts speeding up. I'm like, well, I got to speed up, and then so all 3 of us are just speeding up, to where we're basically like not quite in a full sprint, but almost in a full sprint. Just everyone's looking back and up, backing up. We crossed the finish line, and I finished it, I think, in 1849.
God.
Whoa.
Holy, man.
I was waiting for this to turn into an embarrassing story.
That's where we're getting.
Brag. Oh, okay.
No, we're getting to the embarrassing part. So I was like, good night. That's my fastest time in years.
Yeah.
My second fastest time ever. Like the other one I ran, I was 21 playing really competitive soccer. So I was in amazing shape at the time but this I was not. So I go back to the conference and I'm like, man, I've made a great race. Feeling good. And then 2 PM comes around. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't feel good. I lay down that night and go to sleep. I cannot get up in the morning.
Ooh.
My calves are so tight. It felt like someone strapped me to the bed and just hit my calves with 2x4s all night. My heels couldn't touch the ground, Casey.
What'd you run in, Tom's?
I hadn't trained. I just went in cold.
Dude.
And then for weeks, my wife's like, oh, my calves hurt. And I was like, no, they really hurt, babe. She's like, oh, my calves hurt. So I'm like screaming, trying to stretch them out. They hurt for 3 weeks. They were so tight.
Oh, yeah. That's like when you try to run a mile on the beach in the sand. Your calves are going to be sore for a month.
Mm-hmm.
It just freaking rips into them.
Oh.
Did you did you get first place?
No, I never passed that guy. That guy just kept cooking. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
You were chopping though.
I was chopping. And he was like, I don't think so.
Greg, you got any embarrassing running stories?
No, I'm not much of a runner. I had a brief running phase in college, but that didn't last very long. Long enough for me to realize I don't like running.
The only thing I run from is the cops.
Oh,
and bears.
And birds.
Birds.
Side note, I saw 2 bears. I feel like this is a random one. We're just kind of all over the place, but yeah. I saw a bear this week.
I saw Montana?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see all of it, or did you barely see it?
I barely saw it. It was a mama and a cub, and they were like flying through the bushes. Supposedly the black bears get scared of people, but the grizzly bears don't. So
I don't see color.
Yeah, and I don't discriminate. You know, it's I don't care what they are. I'm gonna shoot them in either way.
So did you catch anything with your fly fishing, Casey?
Oh yeah, we caught a lot of fish. I'll send y'all some pictures.
Nice.
Probably caught. Oh, we fished for 3 days. I probably caught probably 20,
Wow.
25 fish. Yeah, everything was catch and release, but
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
they're beautiful. It was awesome. Good time, man.
Yeah, man.
Good time, bro.
Yo.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do some history notes? Or
Yeah, let's do it.
let's knock that out.
Did you only have one question?
Oh, I mean, I was going to do like gold medal stuff, but I don't know. We're just chopping.
Okay.
Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. All right. So on this day in history, in 1988, on August the 8th, gangster rap hits the mainstream with the release of NWA's Straight Outta Compton.
I was going to say NWA. It's got to be NWA.
Who's your favorite NWA member? Not
Oh,
National Wrestling Alliance.
I don't know that I have a favorite, but I did hear a hilarious story about Ice Cube recently. Well, it's kind of Ice Cube, but have you guys watched the show Silicon Valley on HBO?
Mm-mm. I've heard a lot about it, though.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty popular, so I think
Yeah, I've heard
maybe
about it.
a lot of your viewers probably have. But anyway, the whole show is like this satire of like the tech culture and tech industry, and there's some folks that I know that also work in tech, and they were talking about that show and how so many of the things in there are like that seem absurd, but like they have real examples in real life of things that are like equally or more absurd than that. And one example they gave was that they're at some some tech conference, right? It's like a conference about like this technology that people use or whatever. Like the details don't matter, but they hired Ice Cube to perform. And apparently if you pay Ice Cube enough money, he will perform Straight Outta Compton, but change Compton to whatever you want him to say.
No way.
So they got Ice Cube to perform at this like super nerdy tech conference. And he performed Straight Outta Compton, but saying like to change the words to like Straight Out of CubeCon or whatever it was called.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
I thought was just hilarious.
Comic-Con?
Straight out of Comic-Con. And I was like, I don't know how much money they had to pay him, but apparently if you have enough money, you can get Ice Cube to perform at your conference and change the words to Straight Outta Compton.
Dude, Ice Cube's actually an interesting guy. If you ever get the chance, even if you're not a fan of the show, listen to he's got an episode with Joe Rogan, and they kind of like walk through his career, because like he's been a rapper, he was the director of like multiple movies, or like 5 to 10 different movies, and then he's got the big 3. I mean, the dude's done all kinds of stuff. Like he's super creative.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy daycare.
He's got a cool, daddy. Like he's got a cool perspective on life. Like just listening to him talk, he just explains like, kind of how he went about doing everything. And he's straight out of Compton.
Yeah,
He is Straight Outta Compton. So are you Ice Cube, Eazy-E, or Dr. Dre, Casey?
I gotta go Dr. Dre, baby.
That's me.
The producer.
That's right. The beats.
Throwing the beats down and
Found Eminem.
yeah, that was big time. Found Eminem. Produced 50 Cent as well.
Oof.
The Game. Remember The Game?
I do.
Yeah. He's still going too.
Dang. Well, on August 7th, 1912, Teddy Roosevelt nominated as the Bull Moose candidate. And if we were to create a political party, I'm just curious what we would call it. Bull Moose is a pretty fun one.
Long Wang.
Another diving reference.
Yeah.
The Settlers? I don't know.
Behind the Ark.
What does bull moose even mean? I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
Well, why don't you look it up and I'll look up some other history stuff. We're going to avoid the bomb.
That was just the nickname. That was not the official name.
You guys are gonna hate me.
Official name.
I actually saw a moose
Progressive
today,
Party.
this week too.
You saw a moose?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture of it. Look at your phones when you get a chance.
I saw the pics.
Okay, here you go, Ben. The bull moose nickname originated when Roosevelt boasted that he felt, quote, strong as a bull moose after losing the nomination in 1912. So there you go. That's where it originates.
There you go. So this guy and his friend are going hunting for mises out in the woods. And so they're following these moose tracks. tracking them for days. No way. That's a great picture.
Yeah.
They're tracking this moose. They find these moose tracks in the woods. They're in the snow, by the way. And they're like, oh, let's follow these tracks. They follow for hours and hours. And then the moose tracks split off 2 separate directions. So it goes, all right, you go that way, follow those moose tracks. I'll follow these moose tracks. So they split up. Guy starts walking and walking and walking. After about an hour, he comes across this big bush. And he hears a lot of rustling in the bush. Shh, 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 shh. Then his friend pops out and says, whoa, don't shoot. I'm not a moose. He goes, bang.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were a moose.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
That was funny.
Wait, hold on. I don't get it.
Oh my. Greg like that.
Oh, no. On August 5th, 1962, Marilyn Monroe found dead. Yeah. 2006, on August the 4th, Talladega Nights released. Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last.
I want to go fast.
I want to go fast, Daddy. Love that movie. Sacha Baron Cohen's a weirdo, though.
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
I'm coming for you, Ricky Bobby.
Moose bath. Jesse Owens wins the long jump and respect in Germany. So that was 1936, where he just dominated the Nazis, which is awesome. And let's do one more. Skip that one. In 1949, on August the 3rd, the NBA, the National Basketball Association, is born.
Dang. Really? What year?
1949.
1949. So that was what? 70, I guess 75, 76 years ago?
Oh, I'm not the math guy around here.
I think that's why they did the NBA 75 team last year, if I had to guess.
That would make sense. Still don't think Anthony Davis should be on it, but that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. I actually looked at that the other day because I wanted to double check they didn't leave off Tim Duncan, which they didn't. So
okay, good. Is Klay Thompson on it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say if Klay Thompson is not on it, but Anthony Davis is, I'm gonna be mad.
No, he got snubbed. He was snubbed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anthony Davis off, Klay Thompson on.
No, other way around.
No, I'm saying they should take Anthony Davis off.
Yeah, because whenever there was a clip of Klay, he came into like the Warriors training camp that year, and he had on a jersey that was 76. I was like,
I mean, Kawhi Leonard's on here, and I don't think he should be on there. I don't think Anthony Davis should be on there. You're talking about the greatest players ever? Some of these names I don't recognize, but that's probably just era difference.
You think Klay Thompson should be on there over Reggie Miller? Or in addition to?
In addition to. Reggie was the alpha on his team.
Yeah.
So, like, Anthony Davis, when he was the alpha, they missed the playoffs every year.
Sure.
So, I'm just saying. Let me just say now.
Can we do a business time segment? Because I got something to talk about. I just thought about.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh, it's business. It's business time.
Should cut that in half. Never mind. Charles Barkley signed a 10-year deal with TNT.
Let's go.
Did you see that?
Is it the same deal? I thought they're just going to stick with the same deal.
I think it's a new deal from what I was reading this morning.
Oh, Ben loves new deals, especially when they're from presidents.
Yeah, look up the. I don't know if they gave money. I don't know if they quoted the money, but it sounds like he's going to be doing all kinds of different shows. So, because they're not going to have the rights to any NBA games after this next year. So they obviously won't be doing the NBA show, but maybe he'll be doing, what else do they have the rights to? Golf?
They have hockey and golf and a few other things.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't understand why they can't just keep doing inside the NBA.
I was wondering about that. I don't know if like the deal with the rights is they wouldn't be able to get like the clips and the interviews, and they definitely wouldn't do pregame and then flip over to, Amazon Prime. Maybe they would. Maybe one of those networks would make a deal with them, but I don't know how that would work.
I'm just saying.
I think the deal with TNT was like whenever they pay the league, then they get the rights to use all the clips and the film and stats. They get all that information. No, obviously, everybody gets the stats, but like the game film.
I'll say, I hope we can use the stats. Otherwise,
some of the players, I don't even think the players can get their own game film.
Rude.
Yeah. It's freaking wild. They don't have the rights to it. That's money, baby.
Let's go. We're on Apple Podcasts now, by the way. Speaking of business, I figured that out today.
Yeah, you're going to have to show me how that works.
You just subscribe and hit play. I think it should do it automatically when you upload it to Spotify.
Oh, nice.
Episode 31.
We done?
All right. What else you want to do?
Roy Williams Jr.? Or Roy, who was 31?
Roy Williams, the guy who would hit people, not the guy who would catch the ball.
Or the boxer. That was Roy Jones Jr.
Peace out, Holmes.
Something bad is about to happen.